everybody, this is Leia, and for the week of July 20th through the 27th, I have put together an interactive reading video for you. This past week has been very busy for me, so we don't have the astrological taroscopes this time, but we do have some messages from Doreen Virtue's Magical Mermaids and Dolphins Oracle cards. All you have to do is choose any number from 1 through 10, and that's how you will know which message is for you. If you enjoy this video, after you're done watching it, make sure to share it with anyone else who you think will benefit. And for your very own personal reading, the link is right in the description box for your convenience. Whenever you're ready, let's proceed and see what Spirit has in store for us. If you chose the number 1, your card is Empowerment. You're more powerful than you realize. It's safe for you to be powerful. If you chose the number 1, you're being reminded that you're more powerful than you give yourself credit for. And I think this is coming up because it's easy to forget sometimes how your thoughts play a huge role in what you manifest. If there's something you don't like, for example, resolve your feelings of dislike, or accept what you can't change and begin focusing on what it is that you can alter, so that you no longer give off this empowered vibe, which attracts more experiences into your reality that continue to make you feel that way. End the cycle now by no longer sending the message to your subconscious that you're a powerless victim. You're not. And now is the time to more consciously exercise your ability to co-create your reality with the universe. Everyone who picked number 2, your card is Music for Manifesting. To manifest rapidly, think of your desire while you chant, hum, sing, or play music. It looks like the power of sound is being brought to your attention right now. While for some of you, this is encouragement to play music that uplifts you, as well as to sing because it raises your vibration. This is also a message to be aware of what you're listening to, because if you hear something frequently enough, it programs you. It works like hypnosis in the sense of if it keeps playing in the background, it becomes part of your internal dialogue. So, someone who's sensitive to energy may not understand why he or she has been feeling not so good or not so positive lately. And it might be because your roommate or family member has a reality TV show on with a lot of drama, which you've been absorbing through sound. So, be mindful of the audio in your background. And the same goes for the people that you surround yourself with. The things they say over and over again, even if you're not consciously listening, if you keep hearing the same things, you do internalize these. So be mindful of that. And those who picked number 3, you got Let Yourself Receive. Allow others to give you loving care. Receive without guilt or apologies. If you chose the number 3, this card is an indication to make sure you open up your energy so the universe can give to you. You may unknowingly be blocking some blessings and help coming your way, either because you are so determined to accomplish things the way your ego wants to, or you're in the habit of giving all the time that it doesn't feel right anymore to sit back and allow yourself to be the recipient for once. This card is your reassurance that it's okay. Some of you may have learned growing up to feel guilty for receiving or accepting, but you, as with all of us, are as deserving of the good and abundance and help that the universe has to offer. Just make sure you let it in and say yes, one act of kindness at a time. Card number 4 is Set Your Sights Higher. Increase your standards and expect more for yourself. Don't settle. Your message with the presence of this card is to raise the bar on what you allow into your life. Stop settling for quality that doesn't really do anything for you, but maybe you've continued letting it into your experience because you got used to it or found yourself in a comfort zone. Give yourself permission to step out of that box now and experience way more. Just to give an example, if the people you call friends actually have a very one-way relationship with you, where they're around when they need something but don't offer you any support or can't take the time to listen to you when you're the one who needs some companionship, now is as good a time as any to open yourself to kindred spirits you can have a healthier and more balanced give-and-take relationship with. Regardless of your personal situation, it's time to raise your ceiling on what you will and won't accept into your life. And card number 5 is self-forgiveness. Let go of old guilt and remember that you're God's perfect child. If this card chose you, your message involves a lot of letting go of the past, of feelings of not having done the right thing, of not being good enough, etc., etc. We sometimes continue to punish ourselves for perceived wrongdoings because we feel it isn't right for us to enjoy ourselves when we've been, quote, end quote, bad. But going out into the world in this way actually perpetuates the cycle of us not doing our best. Because we believe there is something wrong with us, we continue getting involved with people and in situations that aren't good for us. Whereas, if we release the past and start anew, we can begin making more of a positive difference in the world now. And while this isn't about proving yourself, this more than restores balance for anything you think you're guilty of. So, take the time to forgive yourself now. And if you chose card number 6, it's time to move on. It's time to let go of the old and worn out so that the new can come in. For some of you who chose this, it will be very clear what you're being guided to move on from. When a situation has come to an end and you still keep trying to milk it, there's nothing left, so you'll be disappointed. It's your indication that you've learned everything you can from it, so your energy would best be devoted to a new situation now. And for others watching this, if there isn't a very distinct set of circumstances that have come to an end for you, this is guidance to do some general decluttering so you can give your life a breath of fresh air. Sometimes things from the past that we no longer need build up, and if we don't devote the time to do a little cleanup work, we are faced with a mountain that's blocking good and blessings from coming in. So make room in your life by purging and cleansing. Card number 7 is Playtime. The dolphins know the importance of playing, as joy creates miracles and manifestation. If this card chose you, it's a friendly reminder to give yourself permission to have fun, to let go for a little bit of any serious concerns, even if just momentarily, so you're not so tightly wound up. You may need more balance in your life, so pay attention to your need to unwind and let loose. Besides, you'll be in better condition to get back on track with responsibilities if you maintain a sense of humor and play. You clear your energy. You let go of burdens for the time being. And you get a rush of endorphins, which sounds a little bit like dolphins, don't you think? It's healthy. It's necessary. It's not at all frivolous because you're doing yourself a lot of good. Even simply cheering yourself up will make a lot of difference. So, as long as you genuinely feel like it, don't stop yourself. Smile. Even something as seemingly simple as this will send your body the signal that you're feeling good. And those who picked card number 8, you got friendship. Make a date for a play day with one or more friends. Your message is a reminder of the value of good friends. And we're not talking about enablers who only tell us what we want to hear because we have something they want and they don't want to risk displeasing us. True friends will watch out for you, and yet it may be easy for us to take them for granted from time to time because we're either so used to them being there or we're so absorbed in our lives that we assume, subconsciously, that they'll always be there, even when we emerge from what's been keeping us busy. So, with this card, we have a gentle nudge to remember those who care about us. Spending time together, especially if you haven't done so in a while, is an uplifting experience you can have to celebrate your friendship. Those who chose number 9, you got blessed change. A major life change brings you great blessings. If this is the card that's come up for you in this reading, your message is reassurance that any major change or turnaround in life that you're experiencing right now is actually an avenue for more good to come into your life. So even if what you're going through seems scary or like it's turned your world upside down, just go with it. It may take some getting used to, but even those things that you've gotten comfortable with weren't always that way. They started out new and unsettling too, so look for the good in what's going on, especially if what's happening isn't in your control or you know it was necessary, such as leaving an old relationship that was no longer healthy, or switching jobs, or moving to a new location because you weren't thriving at your former one. And everybody who picked number 10, you got break free. Try different ventures and experiences as a way to grow and learn. If this card chose you, you're being encouraged now to move on, to move forward, to make the necessary changes that will turn your life around in a new direction. This isn't about waiting for the universe to reach out and break you free from the old or whatever's been holding you back. Instead, it's one of those moments where you're being guided to exercise your power and be more in charge of your life. While we can't control everything, we are more powerful than we think. Those of us who are particularly empathic are used to absorbing energy rather than emitting their own to create their reality. And if you do that, you end up living by default. So this is your call to exercise your will a little bit more. Thank you so much for joining me. Many viewers have a lot of fun doing this, and it was a pleasure having you here. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't yet so you can stay updated on all the latest uploads. Until next time, I'll speak to you again soon. Namaste.